it's Amina here again. Just wanted to talk to you today about pushing through the fear. So the other day I posted something on Facebook. I said I am pushing through the fear, and that brought me a lot of questions. So a lot of you have sent me messages asking what that actually means. So I just thought I should best explain it from my point of view and what I think pushing through the fear actually means. So we all get scared sometimes when we're starting a new job, when we're starting a new project, or if something big is coming up, weddings, whatever it is that's coming up, exams, we all get quite scared. And because of that, some people tend to stop, myself included. So you go through the fear and you stop. It stops you from doing what you need to do. Sometimes you procrastinate. Sometimes you find excuses why you can't do it. I do it a lot because I get very scared starting something new. So like now, I've been posting on since November saying, oh, I'm starting something new and things like that. And I found myself in fear sometimes, scared about what people are going to say, what people are going to think. This is why I went on to do my high performance coaching and corporate and executive coaching. And I do have a leadership degree already, so that comes in together very nicely. So with all this, I then started struggling with, okay, so I like to teach. I'm a teacher, I'm a qualified teacher, by the way, with the City and Guilds. And I have all these things that I'm doing, but what area should I concentrate on? And then I thought, with what I've seen and some of the experiences I've had myself in my life, going through difficulties after working very hard, having a little bit of a burnout, losing some income at some point in my life, family changes, all those things have brought me quite to different levels. And one thing I realized that when you get to a certain level in your life, you don't get a lot of help because you're always the one helping other people. And so it becomes difficult sometimes to ask for help yourself. Sometimes it's self-made and some people may see it as ego, but I see it as fear because you're worried about what people are going to say. And sometimes when you even start talking to somebody about it, the first thing they tell you is, really? You having that problem? And they don't think that you are human and can have a problem as well. So I decided that I'll start working with leaders. And my area of work is leadership and mental health. So those two go hand in hand together, as I know, as I believe, because for all leaders, it's easy for your staff to come to you and say they've got problems. But where do you go when you have problems? Nowhere. And we try to make ourselves seem more tough than we are. So when you start having difficulties, I've been there myself, you don't tell anyone initially because you're too worried and you think you're going to sort it on your own. 1 in 5 of us will experience mental health issues at one point in our lives. So, and that's a statistic that is there. You can Google it and you will find that's a true statistic. That 1 in 5 includes anyone who's a leader, anyone who runs an organization, anyone who's a manager, has some level of responsibility in an organization, or even a leader at home. So you are the wife that's always running around and doing everything around your family. You are a leader. You are the student that always helping your friends. You are a leader. So in the broadest sense, whatever leadership means to you, there are times when you find it difficult to ask for help because of that position you're in. So I decided that I'm going to concentrate my coaching, my services, my training on leaders, and I am going to link my training to mental health and financial stability. So why mental health and financial stability? It's simple, really. For you to work, you need to have a good mental health. And I'm not talking about mental health illness because that's what happens if you don't get help. But you need a good mental health. If you get very stressed, if you end up in depression, if you end up burning out, chances are you will not think properly and you will not be able to work. So you are a leader, you go into a difficult position, you're always going stressed at work, you always have stress at home, you end up struggling, and you end up, the people around you end up feeling the stress as well. That can drive productivity down. That could lead to you losing your job, or it could lead to, if you are in a very high position, that could even lead to your organization going down. And if that happens, then you lose financial stability. So when you lose financial stability, two things happen. You start getting more stressed. You start probably ending up in depression. Debtors start chasing you. You start using up your credit cards and things like that. So finances become difficult, and the more the finances become difficult, the more depressed you become, and the more depressed you become, the more difficult it is for you to actually go and look for another job or to maintain your current job. So all those things go hand in hand, and I believe we need to be able to bring that to the fore, and we need to be talking about it as leaders. We need to be seeking help where we need, or if we need help. I've seen a lot of people that you can see from when they walk in how their stuff really just changed, because that person has come in and that person has come in with so much stress that the air, you can feel it in the air, and everybody just goes down. And people fail to do their work properly because they think, oh, she's coming to change it, or he's coming to change it anyway. And in some cases, I've also seen some leaders who've found it very difficult to delegate to their staff. Sometimes they go on holiday and carry their work with them. I used to do that at one point, but I stopped. I now enjoy living my life the way I want to live it, and I only work when I want to work. And it pays off. And I think that balances out your mental health. So the fear is there in that whatever new thing you want to do, you will get scared. So as an example, tomorrow, 1st of February, I'm launching my new products. I've been working since October in the background, setting up my website, setting up my systems, putting my courses together, and tomorrow is D-Day. Not everything is ready yet, but tomorrow I'm going to send a soft email out to people and just tell them a bit more about what I do so that more people can know, and if they want to work with me, that would be great. So if you're in my contact list, look out for an email from me.